Okay, y'all, if it look like I've been crying and bawling my eyes out because my eyes is poofy and wet and watery, yes, you're absolutely right. I just did. But I just want to come on here and testify. Nothing too long, just straight to the point. Faith is your currency. And I know we hear that all the time. And I used to hear it like, okay, I love to see that happen, right? You kind of don't believe it when you hear it. And that's the issue, y'all. That's the issue. When God says faith is your currency, please understand that what this is truly saying. We do not serve a God. We do not serve a Jehovah Jireh that is only able to Jireh based off the money in your bank account. Like, who said that? That is a common lie that most of us as believers believe. And it's like, how can we believe God to be God and still put him in the box of having to have a 9-to-5, of having to have connections and networks in order to be provided for? No, he is the ultimate source, and he can use any of the other resources, whatever he decides to use, however he decides to do it. There's no limitation. Let God decide how he is going to provide for you, and he makes it very clear. Faith is your currency. Think about currency in the world. You use currency to transact, to exchange, to do and maneuver things in this world. We are not of this world. We are kingdom citizens, right? Do we truly believe that? So we are kingdom citizens. We do not operate out of the way of the world. And I know that sounds crazy, but stay with me. If we are kingdom citizens, we abide by the rules and the protocols and the laws of heaven, not this here earth. So we have to walk in this dominion. We have to walk in this power. We have to walk in this identity. We got to walk as the royal priesthood that he called us to be. Why are we begging and why are we accepting crumbs when we are children of the Most High God? Like, do you know who your daddy is? I don't care. You can have $0 in your bank account, but we serve a Jehovah Jireh, meaning that the rules and protocols that the world said do not abide by you. I walked in Quick Trip, no money, just enough to put gas in my car, and I was hungry. And I said, God, I want a hot dog. And you know what? The man at the register said, go get you a hot dog. I will pay for it. How did that man know that? That was nothing but the Spirit of God. That was nothing but the move of God. And that is a perfect example that if you want it, if God say he gonna provide it, he can do that regardless if you got money on your car, regardless if you got the money in your pocket, regardless if you got money in your whatever. God does not need you to have money for him to show up as the good God, Jehovah Jireh, that he is. He can Jehovah Jireh. So my main point of this video is to let y'all know faith can move mountains, okay? Stop trying to overly work to reach a goal. I'm speaking to myself because I was like, okay, I got to get this, I got to get this, I got to get that, I got to get that. I said, God, the math is not mathing. I don't know how I'm going to get it. Please help me. And I was able to reach every goal. Everything that I needed and I prayed for was able to be released and received, not because I had money, not because people gave me money, but because God is a God that can override protocol, systems, and regulations. He can say, okay, you got to pay this bill. How about you don't pay a bill at all? How about I invade that system and override that bill and it's paid for? And you looking crazy like, how did this happen? And then the people and the landlord, how did this happen? My God. Do we truly believe that we can serve a God? And just because he did it that way doesn't mean that it's always going to be that way. Stop limiting the ways of God to be God. He is not a one way God, okay? He is God. He's a massive God. So however he decides to do it, let him decide that. You just know that you got faith, you're covered. Faith is your currency. Stop thinking that you broke based off the money in your bank account. Who said that? Who said that? The money in your bank account does not determine if God can provide for you or not. Does not determine. What did the word of God say? We serve a God, all the riches is stored where? In heaven. And he will supply your every need according to his riches. So what are we looking based off the resource that we have? The resource that you could be a millionaire and still be limited, because that is nothing compared to the riches of glory stored in heaven. That is nothing compared to how God can show up and show out for you. If you're a millionaire, you have a cap of $1 million. We serve a God that can go above and beyond. You are more richer than you think. You are not broke. Oh, y'all, I just had to release that because my God is so good. I didn't even get into the testimony of what he did, y'all, but that's enough. Like, that, take it.